Have you ever wondered why some women live to be 100 while others struggle to make it past 80? What's their secret? Is it just genetics? Or is there something more, something we can all apply to our own lives? In today's video, we're going to uncover 5 powerful habits that separate those who thrive in their later years from those who don't. These aren't just general health tips. You'll discover real, practical secrets that have been followed by some of the longest living women in the world. Many women spend their entire lives caring for others, raising children, supporting their families, and putting everyone else first. But somewhere along the way, they forget to care for themselves. And that single decision can make all the difference in how they age. We'll talk about why movement isn't just about exercise, how certain foods can either speed up or slow down aging, and the one surprising mindset shift that could completely change how you experience your later years. And here's the most important part. Secret number 5 might surprise you. It could be the missing piece that helps you unlock a longer, healthier life. So, stay with me until the end, because these lessons aren't just for adding more years to your life, but for making sure those years are full of energy, purpose, and joy. Before we dive in, I'd love to hear from you. Comment 1 below if you're excited to learn these secrets, or comment 0 if you think aging is just about luck. Your feedback helps me create content that truly supports you on this journey. Now, let's begin with the first and most important habit of all, keeping your body in motion. Secret number 1, keep moving. What if I told you that the single most powerful key to living a long, healthy life isn't found in a pill or a doctor's office? It's in something as simple as movement. The women who live past 100 all have one thing in common. They never stop moving. But here's the surprising part. They don't go to the gym for hours or run marathons. Instead, movement is naturally woven into their daily lives. It's not a chore, not something they have to do. It's something they enjoy. Think about it. Back in the day, women didn't rely on machines to do everything for them. They walked everywhere, cleaned their homes by hand, carried their groceries instead of using carts. They stayed active without even thinking about it. And that simple habit is what keeps the body young. Now, let's take a look at one of the longest living communities in the world, the women from Okinawa, Japan. Many of them live well past 100. And do you know what's fascinating? They don't retire from movement. They still tend to their gardens, sweep their floors, cook their own meals, and take daily walks. Some even practice gentle stretching exercises well into their 90s. The real enemy of aging isn't time. It's inactivity. When we stop moving, our bodies start to weaken. Our muscles shrink, our bones become fragile, our joints stiffen, and our circulation slows down. This is why so many older adults struggle with balance, get injured from small falls, or feel exhausted even after a short walk. But here's the good news. You can reverse this trend at any age. Movement isn't just about staying fit. It's about keeping your body strong, energized, and capable. The longer you stay active, the longer you'll be able to enjoy life on your own terms. The key is consistency, not intensity. You don't need a complicated fitness plan. You just need to move every single day. Take short walks, even if it's just around your house or at the grocery store. Stretch your arms, roll your shoulders, keep your joints flexible. Use the stairs instead of the elevator whenever possible. Even simple household chores like sweeping, cooking, or gardening count as movement. The goal is not to exhaust yourself, but to keep your body in motion. The more you move, the more energy you will have, and the easier it becomes to continue. A woman named Margaret, 96 years old, once said, "I never let my legs forget how to walk." She wasn't a professional athlete. She didn't have a strict fitness routine. But every morning, she went outside, felt the fresh air on her skin, and took a short walk around her garden. She understood something that many people forget. Our bodies were made to move. The moment we stop, our health starts declining. But the moment we start moving again, we bring life back into our bodies. If you've been sitting a lot, or if movement feels difficult, start small. Stand up right now and take 5 steps. Stretch your arms above your head. Roll your shoulders. Just start moving, even in the smallest way, and build from there. The more you move, the more your body will thank you. Your energy will increase, your strength will return, and most importantly, you'll feel alive. What's your favorite way to stay active? Comment below and let's inspire each other. Now, let's move on to the next powerful secret: the foods that can help you live longer and feel better every day. Secret number 2, nourish your body with the right foods. What if the key to living a longer, healthier life was sitting right on your plate? The women who live to 100 don't eat like the average person. They have discovered a simple but powerful truth. What you put into your body can either speed up aging or slow it down. It's not about strict diets or counting calories. It's about choosing food that nourish your body, fuel your energy, and protect your health. Many women, especially as they get older, fall into the habit of eating whatever is quick and convenient. Processed foods, sugary snacks, and greasy takeout meals might seem harmless, but over time, they take a toll on the body. The longest living women in the world avoid these foods entirely. Instead, they fill their plates with fresh, whole foods that are rich in nutrients and full of life. They eat colorful vegetables, juicy fruits, hearty whole grains, and healthy fats like nuts and olive oil. They choose protein sources that are gentle on the body: fresh fish, beans, eggs. Foods that help maintain muscle strength and keep their bodies functioning at their best. What they don't eat is just as important as what they do. They avoid excessive sugar, which is one of the biggest culprits in premature aging. Sugar not only causes weight gain, but it also leads to inflammation, weakens the immune system, and accelerates wrinkles and sagging skin. Processed foods loaded with artificial ingredients and preservatives are another major enemy. These foods might be convenient, but they are stripped of real nutrition and filled with chemicals that do more harm than good. The women who live the longest understand that food is not just about satisfying hunger. It's about fueling the body for life. They eat with purpose, not just for pleasure. That doesn't mean they don't enjoy their meals. In fact, they take great pleasure in their food, savoring each bite, eating mindfully, and appreciating the natural flavors of real ingredients. They don't see eating as a rushed, mindless activity, but as a moment of nourishment and gratitude. One of the simplest ways to improve your diet is to follow a rule that centenarians naturally live by: eat mostly plant-based foods, and keep your meals as natural as possible. Instead of packaged snacks, reach for fresh fruit. Instead of white bread, choose whole grains. Instead of frying food in unhealthy oils, cook with heart-healthy olive oil. These small swaps add up over time and can make a huge difference in your energy levels, your strength, and even how youthful you feel. There's a reason why people in places like Okinawa, Japan, and Sardinia, Italy, live longer than anywhere else in the world. Their diets are naturally rich in anti-aging foods. They eat plenty of vegetables, beans, and healthy fats while keeping processed foods and refined sugar to a minimum. They also follow a simple but effective practice: stopping when they are about 80% full. This prevents overeating, keeps their digestion light, and helps their bodies function at peak performance without the sluggishness that comes from heavy meals. Food is one of the most powerful tools we have to shape our health, and it's never too late to make better choices. If you've been relying on processed foods or sugary snacks, start small. Add 1 extra serving of vegetables to your plate. Swap out 1 sugary drink for a glass of water. Replace store-bought snacks with homemade, natural options. These little changes might seem small, but over time, they can transform your health and energy. What's one healthy food you love? Share in the comments, and let's inspire each other to make better choices every day. Now, let's move on to the next key to a long, fulfilling life: keeping your mind sharp and engaged no matter your age. Secret number 3: keep your mind sharp and engaged. Your body and mind are deeply connected. The women who live past 100 don't just focus on their physical health. They understand that keeping their minds sharp is just as important. Mental decline isn't just a result of aging. It happens when we stop using our brains. The truth is, the brain is like a muscle, and the more you challenge it, the stronger it stays. Many people assume that as they grow older, their ability to think clearly, remember things, and learn new skills will fade. But that's not the case for the longest living women. They actively work to keep their minds engaged. They read books, write letters, play puzzles, and challenge themselves with activities that keep their brains active. Some even take up new hobbies well into their 70s, 80s, or even 90s. They know that learning never stops, and as long as they keep discovering new things, their minds will stay sharp. One of the best ways to keep the brain young is to stay curious. The women who live the longest are always looking for new ways to stretch their thinking. They ask questions, seek out fresh experiences, and never allow themselves to fall into routines that make life feel repetitive or dull. Whether it's learning how to cook a new dish, picking up a creative hobby like painting, or simply challenging themselves with word games, they keep their minds moving just like they keep their bodies moving. Another key to mental sharpness is staying socially connected. Loneliness and isolation can quickly lead to cognitive decline. The longest living women make an effort to engage with others, whether through conversations, community activities, or simply staying involved with friends and family. They know that meaningful relationships don't just bring emotional happiness. They also keep the brain stimulated. Conversations require thinking, responding, and processing information, all of which keep the mind engaged and strong. Some of these women stay involved in work, mentoring younger generations, or contributing to their communities in ways that keep them thinking critically and solving problems. It doesn't matter what the task is. What matters is that they continue using their minds in meaningful ways. When you stop learning and engage with the world, the brain starts to slow down. But when you stay mentally active, your brain continues to grow, adapt, and remain sharp. If you want to keep your mind young, start by doing something today that challenges you. Read something new. Learn a fact you didn't know before. Try a puzzle or a memory game. Engage in deep conversations that make you think. Even small things, like taking a different route on your daily walk or using your non-dominant hand for a simple task, can stimulate new brain connections. The secret to mental sharpness isn't just about avoiding decline. It's about staying engaged with life, remaining curious, and continuing to grow at any age. What's one thing you've always wanted to learn? Share in the comments below, and let's encourage each other to keep our minds strong and active. Now, let's move on to something even more important. Why rejecting the idea of decline is one of the most powerful things you can do for your health and happiness. Secret number 4. Refuse to accept decline as inevitable. One of the biggest reasons many women don't make it past 80 isn't because of their bodies. It's because of their mindset. Society tells us that aging means slowing down, that we should expect to feel weaker, to move less, and to accept a life of limitations. But the women who live past 100 don't see aging as a decline. They see it as an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more capable than ever before. The moment you believe that aging equals decline, your body starts to believe it too. You stop pushing yourself, you stop setting goals, and you start accepting that you can't do the things you once did. And when you stop trying, your body follows suit. Muscles weaken, energy fades, and soon, even the things that once felt easy, like getting up from a chair or walking a short distance, begin to feel like a struggle. The longest living women don't let this happen. They refuse to let their age define what they can and can't do. They continue to challenge themselves, to learn new things, to push their limits, and to stay engaged in the world around them. This doesn't mean ignoring the realities of aging. The body does change over time, but those changes don't have to mean weakness or dependence. The women who reach 100 adapt to their body's needs, but they never stop believing in their own strength. If they need to move a little slower, they do. If they need to modify their activities, they do. But they never, ever stop. They don't use their age as an excuse to sit back and let life pass them by. Instead of focusing on what they can no longer do, they focus on what they still can do. And here's the secret. The more they challenge themselves, the more they find that they are capable of things they never expected. They prove to themselves every day that age is not a reason to stop living fully. The idea that you must slow down as you grow older is just that, an idea. And like any mindset, it can be changed. If you've been feeling like your best years are behind you, it's time to shift your thinking. Ask yourself, what is one thing you can start doing today to challenge yourself? Maybe it's moving a little more. Maybe it's picking up an old hobby. Maybe it's something as simple as setting a new goal for yourself. No matter what it is, the key is to never stop striving, never stop believing in your own ability, and never stop pushing yourself to be the best version of yourself, at any age. Aging is not a reason to stop living. It's a reason to live even more. When you refuse to accept decline as inevitable, you open yourself up to a whole new world of possibilities. So, What's one thing you've always wanted to do but haven't done yet? Share in the comments below, and let's inspire each other to embrace aging with strength and confidence. Now, let's talk about the most powerful secret of all, the one thing that keeps these incredible women waking up every day with energy, joy, and purpose. Secret number 5, find your purpose. The longest living women in the world don't just wake up and go through the motions of life. They wake up with a sense of purpose, a reason to get out of bed every morning. Purpose is not just a word. It's an invisible force that fuels energy, joy, and longevity. Without it, life can start to feel empty, and when that happens, health begins to suffer. Many women, especially after retirement or after their children have grown up and moved away, find themselves feeling lost. They've spent years caring for others, working hard, and fulfilling responsibilities, and suddenly they're left wondering, what now? That sense of purpose that once kept them going starts to fade, and with it, so does their enthusiasm for life. This is where many women start to feel tired, disconnected, and even physically weaker. But the ones who live to 100 don't allow this to happen. They find new ways to stay engaged, to contribute, and to feel like they're still an important part of the world around them. Purpose doesn't have to be something grand. It doesn't mean you have to start a new career or change the world. It can be as simple as having a daily routine you look forward to, finding joy in small hobbies, or staying connected with family and friends. It can be volunteering, mentoring younger generations, or simply learning something new. The key is to have something that makes you feel needed, valued, and connected to life. Studies have shown that people with a strong sense of purpose live longer, healthier lives. When you have something to look forward to, your body and mind stay engaged. Your brain remains sharp, your stress levels decrease, and even your immune system gets stronger. Purpose is what gives life meaning. And when you have meaning, you have motivation to keep going. One of the biggest mistakes people make as they grow older is thinking they no longer have a purpose. But the truth is, purpose can be found at any stage of life. It might look different than it did when you were younger, but it's still just as important. Maybe your purpose now is to spend more time with grandchildren, to share your wisdom with others, or to finally pursue the things you never had time for before. If you've been feeling like something is missing, ask yourself, what makes you happy? What makes you feel alive? What's one small thing you could do every day that brings you joy or helps someone else? It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be meaningful to you. The women who live the longest don't let life just happen to them. They take control, they stay engaged, and they continue to find purpose in the things that bring them happiness. And that, more than anything, is what keeps them thriving year after year. What gives your life purpose? Share in the comments below. Now, let's wrap up everything we've learned and talk about how you can start applying these secrets to your own life today. So, what did we learn today? The secret to living a long and fulfilling life isn't just about luck or genetics. It's about the choices we make every single day. The longest living women don't just exist. They actively shape their lives in ways that keep them strong, vibrant, and full of energy. They move their bodies daily. They nourish themselves with real, wholesome foods. They challenge their minds to stay sharp. They reject the idea that aging means decline. And most importantly, they live with a sense of purpose. Aging isn't about getting weaker. It's about getting wiser, stronger, and more fulfilled. The women who live past 100 don't let their age define them. They embrace movement as a part of their lifestyle. They fuel their bodies with the right nutrients. They keep their minds engaged. They refuse to accept limits. And they find reasons to wake up every morning with purpose. These habits are not just for them. They are for all of us. No matter where you are in life, you can start applying these secrets today. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. Start small. Take a short walk. Swap one unhealthy meal for a nutritious one. Read something that challenges your thinking or reconnect with an old passion. The key is to make these changes a natural part of your life. Little by little, they add up, and before you know it, you'll feel stronger, more energized, and more in control of your own health and happiness. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 secrets resonated with you the most? What's one habit you already practice, or one that you want to start today? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experience and insights might just inspire someone else to take the first step toward a healthier, longer life. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us continue to bring you content that encourages, empowers, and helps you live your best life. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.